What's up, guys? We are live from the Brojo. I am John Dean.
And I'm Sick Mexican Gil.
I'm Braden.
And
Eli.
And we're talking video games and some video game news. Not really a whole lot's going on this week. A little bit of Nintendo stuff mostly. But the first thing is that the studio Virtuous, the guys that did the Return to Arkham remasters and ports, as well as the Final Fantasy X remasters and the Ezio collection for the Assassin's Creed series, are working on a new AAA titled Switch port. They haven't revealed what it is yet.
Will it be on the Switch?
Well, more than likely. But odds are it's going to be another remaster of something from a previous generation console. It's kind of what they're known for.
Turns out it's Skyrim.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Bethesda's got that
No,
locked down.
They're trying.
What with releasing that game 15 times already. So, I don't know.
I mean, at some point you think they gotta be good with it.
Yeah, I
It
don't know.
stops making money, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it literally prints money. There's no way they're just going to stop releasing Skyrim anytime soon. We're probably going to be in the next generation of consoles.
It's minimal effort for maximum profit.
Yeah, we're literally going to be in like the next generation of consoles getting another Skyrim remaster before we actually get another
Releasing it on
Elder Scrolls.
Or you can just get the
Yeah, exactly. It's coming out on
Already
VR
there.
too.
You could just get the original one and have PC.
Yeah, exactly.
$5.
Scrub.
Yeah.
The next thing is that Resident Evil Revelations, the game that came out for the 3DS a long time ago, got a announcement for a Switch port about 2-3 weeks ago, and this week they announced a PS4 and Xbox One remaster edition as well. And
Gotta keep grinding that money out of something.
I'm not into this at all. Like, I like Resident Evil 7 so much more than I like 5 and 6, and Revelations plays just like 5 and 6. I think this is like a huge step back for the series. I don't think they even should have bothered. I don't know, Eli, you're just kind of like,
I've never played Resident Evil games.
okay. Gil, I think, have you?
A little bit of 1, little bit of 4, never actually anything substantial.
Okay. And you're into them?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you play 7?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it more than 5
I
and
liked
6?
it. I liked
or-
it more than any of the previous ones. It's
Yeah.
my favorite.
I'm
Like
in the
the
same
first
boat. Like, I was gonna hold out and wait to play it till I could play it in VR, but I broke down, and I fucking love it.
No, my only
You-
thoughts are that I don't like it when they remaster something if the demand isn't there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this kind of feels really weird because Revelations 2 is already a thing, so it's like, why remaster the old one right now? I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of pointless. And then the next thing is that the SNES Classics pre-orders are starting this month. A couple days, actually. So, you know, you can look forward to not getting one of those.
No, you can look forward to trying to get one for an hour, and then they'll be sold out.
And then not getting one. And it's rumored that the Nintendo 64 Classic is the next thing that they're going to do.
I'm going to chime in on this one because I think we're talking about this one.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, like I said, I don't want that controller. I think that controller's stupid as fuck. And I don't have 3 hands to hold
I
it.
take that controller.
is part of the charm.
Fuck
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Charm my
I
Yeah,
take
ass.
that controller.
You get 3 handles so that you
Yeah.
can hold on to 2 and shove the other one up your ass.
Right, yeah,
So-
right. So, like, nah.
It's
that-
not made for men in mind. It's
I-
made for women.
So, but we're not
It's not-
misogynist, huh,
I
Chip?
mean,
It's
are
not
you
the
saying
game.
that we can't enjoy shoving controllers up our ass?
I mean, it'd be easier for them to play while.
It's not the game fucking you in the ass, it's the controller.
I don't know. I'm not on board with these classic consoles. One, because they don't make enough of them for demand and whatnot, and then 2, because I prefer the idea of virtual console on the consoles themselves. Like, the Wii U has it, the Wii had it, and the Switch doesn't. And everybody's been talking about wanting it.
To be fair, it's probably for the games that they aren't gonna put on the virtual console.
Yeah, more than likely, but I like being able to have everything
Yeah,
on my one
Yeah,
I
console.
get it. I
But
get it,
it's-
but
it's
there is a
convenient
little
these
bit of
days.
reasoning.
Right, like so
Yeah.
that's where I stand. Like virtual consoles seem a lot easier than getting like a legit like unless you're one of those weirdo guys who are like, look at what I have on my fucking shelf that I'm never gonna really touch.
Yeah.
Like if you have a virtual console with your Wii U, most of the time if you have that shit, your like console is already like on. You already have that shit hooked up. So you have to like continuously like switch this out and things like that.
Yeah,
I mean you have it in
exactly.
your hand. And you don't have that shitty 3-hand controller that you
And
need
I
for the N64.
I spend more time playing older games on my Wii U
Mhm.
than I do trying to fish out all the cords and shit for my old consoles to play them on that. Like I'll even rebuy old games on the Wii U just so that I don't have to go into my closet and pull out like my N64 and shit. And then the next thing I got down here is that Nintendo announced that as of this week, the Switch has sold 4.7 million units since its launch in March.
God
That's
dang.
huge. Like that's
4
pretty
months.
much that's already pretty much beating the Wii U in total sales. And will definitely be, if it keeps up as it is, will definitely be way over the Wii U by the end of the year. And the Wii U was out for a while. So, I don't know. Sounds like Nintendo might be pulling ahead on Xbox and PlayStation here.
So you said the Switch did this? Or
The Switch is
Right.
Yeah.
So,
these numbers.
I mean, like, the Switch is so versatile, though, for the most part,
Yeah.
comparatively to, like, it doesn't have as good as, like, graphic control.
Yeah, it's 720p.
Right, but,
Mhm.
you know, comparatively, like, but that's, you're all mobile with that.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing that turned me onto the Switch was in the commercial, a guy was playing Skyrim on the plane. I was like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. The thing that kind of turns me off about it, though, is that the battery life is one of them when you're playing portable.
Literal Skyrim.
They think that Skyrim could be maybe like 3 to 5 hours max on the battery, which isn't a lot, but
Even more so with the rim job.
what are you even talking about?
Exactly.
And then I don't know if you guys have had a chance to play them yet, but the Joy-Cons are puny,
Yeah.
and I don't have very large hands.
And then they expect you for like Mario Kart to like for one person to have one Joy-Con.
Yeah,
It's just-
and it's literally like trying to hold on to it. It's painful even.
Shaking hands with a cat.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so, like-
you gonna do this right now?
Yeah.
I went
They're about to
to,
say-
so,
But the controller that you can put the Joy-Cons into also is
Awkward.
really awkward and tiny. And the Pro controller is not awkward and tiny, but is like $10 to $15 more expensive than the Xbox and PlayStation controllers.
oh, so it's like $70?
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
Damn.
it's like $69.99 plus tax. So
Well, like, so that mini controller you're talking about,
the
so
Joy-Cons
the
that
Joy-Con,
slide in.
no, just the Joy-Con itself.
Yeah,
So we got to try.
they're not as bad if you're just holding the
right,
Joy-Cons.
right.
but-
We got to try it out when we were in Wizard World at the comic book convention because it had a video game section.
The motion controls on them are pretty
Right,
great.
the motion
actually.
control. That's what I was gonna say. Like, depending on what you got, like a lot of the games that they had
Mhm.
were very motion control sensitive. So like, I mean, I guess this would be like the first Mario Kart where you would just be using the A to fucking, you know, move your car.
Accelerate.
What?
Accelerate.
Accelerate, and then just use that. I think that like if most of their games are like that, that's fine. But like I don't see how you can play like Smash or anything like that. Like I was watching that video of them playing Pokken, and I'm just like, I don't know how you're supposed to do that. Like it's one of those things, man.
I like ARMS quite a bit with the motion controls with the Joy-Cons. It's much easier to actually play with a Pro controller, but it's a lot more fun with the Joy-Cons. The next thing is a little bit different, but still kind of Nintendo related. Pokemon Go Fest recently happened, and they had a lot of issues with it, and now people are suing Niantic over the whole ordeal. What happened was everybody showed up to this festival, and there was so many people there that they were having like server issues on the towers, and everybody was crashing out of the game, couldn't connect to the game during this huge, basically Pokemon Go convention thing, and they refunded everybody's tickets, but now people are suing Niantic for like travel expenses and stuff like that, because some people like flew across seas to be at this shit. Even.
Is this the one that
My roommate Sam and Chris went to?
did they get refunded?
Yeah, they got their tickets funded back.
That's dope.
But I don't know. I guess what do you think about people suing Niantic?
Okay, like, alright, so this is a weird thing. I could understand. I guess I could understand the overseas people a little bit, just a bit, because like overseas tickets are like $1,000
Yeah.
But at the same time, for me, it's just like.
Well, the thing is too is that they had these in other countries,
Oh.
but there were people that did fly across seas to be at the Chicago one too, because that was like the main staple area where it was the biggest.
Man, that's stupid as fuck. Then
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and here's my point too. I mean, remember when Pokemon Go started?
the server crashed like
They
a
were having
motherfucker.
server issues
Right.
because there was so many people playing the game
Right.
that they couldn't spread it into the servers. They couldn't spread all these accounts into the servers
Right.
enough, and were crashing out. And you put all of these people into
All
one
these
area,
fucking nerds
running
just-
off with just a
right.
couple different towers.
Right.
Because
Right.
it was in the big Central Park there in Chicago, which is a huge fucking park.
Yeah, it's fucking it's fucking
huge.
massive. But
So
like,
they're only running off of max 2 or 3 cell towers.
right. So like for this is a very like weird like I don't know like because of the fact that like not like a week afterwards you were able to do these fucking legendary raids at your local fucking bonbon.
Yeah,
Like,
but
for me,
you're
like-
still missing out on the region exclusive Pokemon that you couldn't catch here in the States and stuff like that.
Right.
Because all of those were available there, like Heracross and Farfetch'd. And
Right.
I don't know all of them.
Right, and I get you like 100%. I feel you on that. Like it's an understandable thing, but like at the same time, man, like I don't know.
It's a little scummy.
It's a well, right.
Well,
but-
I mean, a lot of people ragged on Niantic about the initial release of Pokemon Go and not being able to get in there.
right.
But Niantic did not anticipate it being as huge as it was. I mean, you're talking about a company that was like maybe 12 people when Pokemon Go was released.
Right.
And has
that-
since grown quite a bit
Right.
in the year that the game has been out.
Right.
But it was nowhere near like
But I feel like
capable of running that.
I mean Pokemon Go is a year old. Like they still have shit like, and it's like any MMORPG or anything like that. Like
yeah.
after the first year, like you are not going to get like, you are not going to be fucking coherent still. Like you still have like shit you need to
Yeah.
like figure out and solve. Like, I mean I think it's cool enough for you to like for Niantic to refund the tickets because like that was fucking awesome of them to do because like like you know other companies would totally been like fuck you guys I don't care what
Yeah,
fuck you
exactly.
guys.
Well,
Like,
that's what Sam and Chris were saying too. Is like,
Like-
yeah, they drove all the way to Chicago.
I mean
from
but you could still
Northwest Iowa, but they were like they refunded our tickets and we still got to go into the event.
yeah that's what I mean like you gotta go to the event.
And it was still exclusive to people that
Right.
had tickets.
Because like if you like you got the usually the only way you can get all these other Pokemon are by fucking
Well, I mean,
Going to
hatching-
the different continents.
well or
you
hatching
could, you could
eggs.
still no, you can't hatch eggs for the region exclusives
yeah.
either.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
only in those other countries.
Oh shit! Never mind. Just kidding. Sorry. My bad, guys.
I mean, you could stand outside of the festival and catch the Pokemon that were in there still. if
Right,
you were
like-
close up to the fence,
right.
but you couldn't get in there enough to get into like the legendary raids.
Right. And so, but like for me, like on that, it's just kind of like you guys got to experience. Like it sucks, but like you got to experience the legendary raids before anyone else.
Yeah.
Like you got to experience a lot of shit. Like whether or not like it's weird to like be like I flew overseas for this, and I'm like, but why? Like if
Yeah.
there was like one in like
Well,
fucking-
there wasn't one in every country,
right.
but there were spread
Closer
out over
ones.
the world.
Yeah,
Like,
they would have been
look, I was
closer.
gonna say-
Well,
Europe-
there were some people who were like, I was smack dab in the middle. I could go to this one that's over the sea, that's just as far as this one that's technically still connected to my continent.
Right.
or country or whatever.
But that's the thing, though. I think it is much cheaper to like fucking go, like if you like
yeah,
if
even
you're
on
if,
the same like even
if you're in Europe, if you take
Yeah.
the monorails, it's much cheaper than being like dropping.
But it's also a much longer trip.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you on that, but like I don't know, like I want to like sympathize for the people who fucking did it. Like,
Well, it's not only just the time-saving aspect of going to the countries, but a lot of the big Pokemon Go YouTubers went to the Chicago one, and they met up together, the YouTubers themselves, and they were doing a lot of fan signing and hanging out with fans and doing the legendary raids with them and stuff like that.
and did
I
they?
know
but-
Sam and Chris, they ran into Trainer Tips there, who is one of their favorite YouTubers about Pokemon Go and stuff.
I didn't even know that Pokemon Go YouTubers.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
I
actually
guess I knew, but
Pretty
I never.
huge.
I mean, I had the.
I mean,
I'm-
you kind of figured there had
right,
to be
there had to be at
something.
least like
I
one
haven't
person.
I haven't been into Pokemon Go enough to really like watch any myself. So.
Like, to be fair, I dropped out of Pokemon Go after
Yeah,
like 3 months.
I gotta say, I mean, they
got-
refunded the tickets. I think they're just like me. They're still surprised that many people were playing the game.
Right, like,
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
no, it was huge.
I thought it was. I
There-
thought it died off.
There,
Right.
they got there and there was like a line that was like 1.5 miles long.
Oh,
Whoa.
fucking
Like there was
shit.
a lot of people there. Like
Like-
they had to open secondary gates to start flowing people in, even after people were having problems. And then Sam and Chris said too that if they kind of like walked away from like some of the more bigger groups, they had better chances of getting connected in because they would sometimes transfer to a different cell tower and they'd be able to run off that instead.
Right, and it's like I said, like, it's like you said, it sucks. I get it. Like, y'all can be mad about it, like 100%. That's cool. But like for me, when I think about it like this, it's just like it's a game. Like I get that it's a following and
Yeah,
things like that. Like, but in the end, to me, it's like it's a
it
game.
doesn't even matter
It doesn't matter.
in the end.
In the end, it's whatever.
It
It
doesn't
doesn't.
even matter.
It will not like it will not affect my life in the long run. I'm kidding, but no, for real though, it's fucking dumb. Like they refunded how much were the tickets?
And I don't remember exactly what Sam and Chris paid, but I want to say close to $300.
Good Christ!
And I know
never
peop-
dropped them.
I know I know people were buying. Well, there was a lot of free shit you could do there too while everything was going on. I know a lot of people were buying them too just to resell them
Right,
because there were a lot of people who really did want to go.
right. Yeah, come to the Pokemon Go Festival. Buy a 6-foot-inch corn dog for $15.
Well, this was like the San Diego Comic-Con for people that are really into Pokemon Go,
Right.
and there still are a lot of people that are really into the
I thought
game.
it had died.
Oh no, it's nowhere near dying.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
they
I'm still linked into the Spencer Pokemon Go, and I get like, here, you guys want to do legendary raids? And I'm like, nope.
Well, they still average about at least 750,000 players usually per every few days, logging in and such.
Well, that's.
So it's still a pretty huge game.
I mean, that's awesome. Like, I'm glad people are still fucking playing it, but like,
Especially now that summer's back again
Yeah,
too,
that's-
or been back.
right. Like for me, like it's kind of like I have a bunch of useless game apps on my phone. Like I have the Kingdom Hearts Rechain Memory app and things like
Yeah,
that.
I'm not gonna touch that bullshit.
Yeah, me neither.
But I play that for kicks and giggles sometimes. But like, I casually turn on Pokemon here
I'm
and there.
strictly not going to play that because they made it part of the main storyline.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
you're
I'm
talking about Kingdom
so
Hearts?
mad about that. I'm just not gonna fucking touch it.
It literally, if you play the recoded game, it
Yeah, it's pretty much the
See,
same
it's the
fucking
same
thing.
thing.
The only
It
way
just
I would
lasts
really
longer.
get back into Pokemon Go is if, like, I showed up here and you guys were like, we're gonna go out and do stuff on Pokemon Go, you wanna come? And then I'd be like, I
That
guess,
is not
sure.
gonna happen. Like fuck that, cause like
It can
every
happen.
Yeah,
Jay, you don't know.
I don't like walking enough to keep playing.
Right.
No, you
No,
drive
like,
in your car.
I
It
legitimately
doesn't
like
work
on-
anymore.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Does
But
if
like,
you drive slow
this-
enough.
You're driving down the highway doing 5.
For real though, I wanted to check out like what these legendary raids were like. So like I walked down to the courthouse and there's these bunch of dudes screaming at their fucking phone. Like I'm like,
The legendary raids I've done a couple now again, and they are actually kind of fun. but I'm still not really into the battle system of Pokemon Go.
Right, it's so
Yeah.
not. It's
And-
not what I'm used
Yeah,
to.
the competitive
Yeah.
battling is what draws me into Pokemon,
Right.
Yeah.
and so.
But you still don't have it. You have gyms still, right?
yeah, gyms are still a
Even
thing.
But like
even
you
the
don't get a.
trading.
Yeah.
The battle system is the same as it was at the beginning.
Right, and
Well,
see-
it's changed a little bit.
Yeah, because I was
with
gonna
the
say they
gyms and
lowered
such.
Vaporeon, like, because they used to like certain
Well,
Pokemon.
it's not
like-
necessarily like CP, but they've lowered the way that battles kind of work.
Right.
My gripe with that is that you have to pick a team to actually increase the amount of XP you get, so it kind of forces you, it shoehorns you into a position where
Mystic bitch.
I'm Valor, so.
you have
Mystic.
to pick.
I know how colors work.
Nah, like that's the thing. Like if Pokemon, the thing about like what Pokemon Go did is it straight up made you believe, like the first trailer made you believe that you were just gonna be playing a Pokemon game, like on quote unquote real life. Like they
Yeah.
showed all
I
the
mean,
like
they never really like alluded to you playing a Pokemon game. They
They
literally
just yeah,
kind
it
of
was
talked
just
about
like,
it
yeah,
before
it's
it
just
came out.
a Pokemon
Like,
game.
hey, you can walk outside and catch Pokemon.
right.
Like that was the whole point, was to create a game that would get kids outside.
Right, but like no, but for like the adult part of the aspect though, like when you saw the trailer, they were like people fighting in a skate park together.
Yeah, that's
like,
true too.
That's what I mean. Like that's the thing, and like you saw people trading and shit like
But
that.
I mean, that's
That's-
how
yeah,
the
if we had
legendary
trading.
raids work. Is how the people fight together.
Right. No, yeah, the end thing, that the legendary raid with Mewtwo. Yeah, no, I'm talking about like they were at a skate
Three
park.
rig-
Yeah,
Thirty,
and they were
30.
like
Fighting
fighting
each other.
Yeah, that would
Like,
be
that
a
was-
nice addition.
like, let's-
and they've said that things like that are coming.
See, I would. If,
But-
Yeah, see, if
again-
those come, I might get back into it for a
Again,
little while.
Niantic's
Probably
not a very big company.
Right.
So in order to make these drastic updates, it
Right.
takes them a long time.
but that's my thing though. Don't fucking do that. Like you know.
Yeah, they should have waited.
Right,
Instead
like-
of in the initial trailer, they probably
Like,
should
don't-
have waited.
don't-
till
yeah,
the
don't
big
fucking
release
show-
to
all
do
over
it.
again.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't fucking show me that you can trade Pokemon with other people when you can't initially, and don't you know what I mean? Like,
hmm
Don't make promises you
Like,
can't
you
I
keep.
mean,
knew
at the very least, allude to it that it's not going to be for a
Yeah.
while.
right? Like, but they didn't. They just were like,
They
yeah,
just put it in the trailer.
like
and
you can
called
do
it good.
this, and like, and then but they said that too. They're like, you wait, you can battle with your friends. I'm like, you can't.
Yeah.
Like,
Essentially,
you,
this-
unless essentially your friend is on the opposite team, which let's be honest with you, most of the time if you're in a group of friends, you like force the other friends to either like go on the same team as you, or you just shit on them.
Yeah. And
Like-
I picked Valor just because,
You like Moltres?
well, yeah, kind of. Fire chicken.
But like,
It does look like a rubber chicken.
it does look like a rubber chicken on fire. But like, no, like. For me, I like Mystic because I like Mystic Gohan, but that's none of the.
Lol.
But like, but that's the thing. Like, I liked Pokemon Go enough that I thought it was a fun thing for like a bit. Like, if I am going like on a run, or if I'm fucking riding my bike around, like I'll turn on the app if I'm like going on a run.
Or
like,
yeah, if I go anywhere with Sam and Chris, I'm usually playing.
Right,
I mean, they
like-
play all the time.
But I'm not gonna be like. I would rather. I hate the EXP system. That it's your player that's leveling up. Like I wish you could like level up your Pokemon.
Well, you can.
I mean,
you just have to collect
you
more
power
Pokemon.
the
Yeah. But you know what I mean. Like I
Yeah.
wish I could like actually like battle and catch them instead of like
Yeah.
fucking flipping my finger like whoop.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
paper toss.
Right, and I thought that shit was annoying.
Yeah.
I
I
like
kind of agree.
I liked-
a revamp of the battle system, an addition of the trade system, and then
battling wild Pokemon. Like
Capture system.
Like,
yeah,
honestly,
and then a revamp
right.
of the capture system
you-
would probably drag me back in.
because I think it'd be a lot more interesting, and I don't know if anyone else thinks, is if you battle them, and you can throw a Pokeball, but full health with them, but it's gonna be harder to catch, you know, just like in the game. And so as consecutive the health goes down, the easier it is to catch the Pokemon.
Mhm.
But then you still have a risk of having them faint, so you gotta work on that. So like I think that would work, personally. But I'm like a fucking Pokemon nerd when it comes to like that kind of shit. I don't know. I don't think that.
You're a Pokemon nerd. I hack my 3DS so I can get better stats.
Yeah, you
Or so I
cheat
can
though.
monitor stats. I don't
Yeah.
cheat.
Mm.
I don't cheat.
Alright, that's cool.
I make perfectly legal
I don't cheat. I
Pokemon.
just alter the game.
Yeah.
I make perfectly legal Pokemon for competitive battling. It's literally the same thing that people do when they breed for them.
Yeah.
It's just I do it faster.
Right.
I don't
I
have
do
to
it
go
faster,
through all the
more
bullshit
efficient.
waiting. Exactly. I'm doing the same thing. I'm not making illegal Pokemon. I'm not cheating. I'm just using my knowledge of the 3DS to my
Right.
advantage.
Right, no,
And-
I have no quarrel with that. All I'm saying is that like with this
If you make Pokemon in a device and then put them on your 3DS and they have stats that are impossible, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
Right.
But if I make up a Charmander with like maximum potential stats and then raise it up into a Charizard in my game, I'm just doing it without having to breed for it.
Right. Like
And-
that's like I don't know, Niantic's weird.
Yeah.
Like
well,
I like
what,
not weird, but like I said, like they gave a shit enough to give you your money back. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's
Like-
why I think the lawsuits are a little on the bullshit side.
right. But people will
People
sue
sue
for
over anything.
anything.
You can't please everybody.
Yeah.
You hit my knuckle, I'm
and,
suing you.
and the fact that they let people into the event
Right.
after refunding them too.
Right.
Like you still got to be there and do everything.
Right.
It just didn't really work that well.
Yeah.
And the next thing is Monster Hunter Stories
Yeah.
got a release date announcement trailer this day. And
Yeah.
the date for release is September 8th.
Awesome.
Yeah, so soon,
it's
man.
really soon. Like,
You're gonna be killing my bank account at Nintendo.
and Kien, I think you said you weren't into the chibi thing,
Okay, alright, so
but I like it.
I will explain to you this thing. I like the Monster Hunter Story manga and I like the Monster Hunter Story anime
Hmm.
because it's its own thing
Yeah.
and I was cool with that. But like that's cool. It was its own like media outlet. Like I could enjoy it that
Well, I
way.
don't think that Monster Hunter Stories is covering the same thing that the manga and the anime have.
It has the same character.
Yeah, but I don't think it's covering
I know.
the same story.
I know. I don't know. Like I liked it as its own different thing. I don't know. Personally, I like the classic Monster Hunter where you're fucking annihilating shit and
Yeah.
like.
Well,
like,
I mean, I love the Monster Hunter series too. but
Yeah, like
At the same time, I feel like the formula's gotten to a point where it's getting kind of stale.
I get you on that. Like all the monsters, like this is a nice change up. But I personally don't like chibi art style in video games. I find it to be like it feels too childish for me. But that's just my personal opinion on it.
See, I like it a lot because it feels like an even halfway point between Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild.
Right.
And so it's a little on the cartoony side, but it's not all the way over there.
Right, and I get you on that. Like it's just, man, like I grew up like
You were really hoping for something still more serious looking.
right. Like I'm excited for Worlds.
I'm excited for that too.
Like I think like I don't know like I'm gonna give it a try. Like it's Monster Hunters. Like you put Monster Hunters in the name, I'm like, alright, if it's on like 3DS, I'll buy it. If there was a Monster Hunter game that came out for Xbox One, like yeah, damn right, I'm gonna be buying it. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like drop
Well,
for
Monster Hunter Worlds is coming out for PS4.
Right.
So some people aren't happy about that.
Yeah, it's hit or miss.
Well, it's going from a Nintendo thing to Sony.
Oh.
Right. Which I mean, in Japan it's done that numerous times.
Yeah.
Like it's jumped from Sony and Nintendo left
It
and right.
originally
'cause-
started on Sony.
Yeah, it was on PS2
Yeah.
originally. So like I said, like
It just became more
right.
easy to get a hold of from the West.
Right.
with
Well,
Nintendo.
because so the only reason why that happened, basically, is because like Monster Hunter in Japan is really really big. Like the PSP game
Yeah.
skyrocketed because that's all they use are portable games for the most part. When you're in Japan, like you're on a bus and things like that. So like the 3DS is really big in Japan. So of course they're gonna port like a game that's cooperative, like that you can just play with people that you're on the train with, like, and you don't have to actually legitimately talk to them. And like for real, like not that's weird. That's some weird shit to say.
Yeah, but it's just the culture.
Right, it's just their
Yeah.
culture. So like, Of course they're gonna put it on 3DS.
I don't like talking to people
Right.
that I'm on fucking the bus with or whatever.
Right.
I
So
talking
like,
to people in
so like,
general.
I
so
don't ride the bus.
honestly, if I was playing like Monster Hunters and someone killed me, I'd be like, "Fuck you, Tad! I don't even know who you are."
All right, and the next thing is that Metroid Prime 4 still does not have an announced developer. There are some people hoping that the old developers get a hold of it, but Nintendo is not budging on letting us know who it is. I'm just hoping and praying it's not fucking Team Ninja.
I want it to be Team Ninja. Just
You want another Other M?
no, I do not want
Wrong.
anything like that.
They're the ones who did
And
Other M.
so, like-
the other Metroid game that was announced was Samus Returns. They have revealed 4 amiibo exclusives for it
Do they have a?
that come with specific game content
Okay.
on them that can only be unlocked by the amiibos. And this is causing a decent amount of controversy because they're not unaltering game things. Like,
Right.
it will alter the game.
It's not just cosmetic.
Yeah,
appeal.
it's not just a cosmetic thing that these amiibos come with. One of the amiibos comes with an armor set for Samus that also changes her weapons. And so it'll change completely how the game is played. It'll change even some of the mechanics.
The hell's an amiibo?
It's the little figures that Nintendo's
Okay, so
selling.
that's
a
what
lot
I
of.
thought, but I wasn't sure.
Alright, so with this, like, I don't know. I'm not as. I don't think.
My thing with it is this is DLC wrapped into a physical object.
Right, that's what I mean.
And the fact that it's from an amiibo means that it's already on the game,
Right,
and that upsets me quite a bit.
right.
Like, blocking off a portion of what I've already paid for with a thing that
Paywall.
I have to pay for again pisses me
It's
off.
a paywall.
It's what Destiny did when it got released.
Right.
All of
Yeah.
the first 2 expansions were already on the disc. You had to wait for the expansion to come out and then buy it and then unlock that portion of the disc.
I see. That shit's kind of horseshit to me.
Yeah.
Like, if
Yeah.
there was just an amiibo that downloaded a file or something like that.
Well, a lot of amiibos just do cosmetic stuff, or like with the Smash Bros. Amiibos, they just store like experience progression and stuff like that.
So it's like a save card.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, except for using amiibos makes your character stronger.
Awesome.
But you have to level them up.
Right.
You don't just get them to be stronger.
Right.
See, my biggest gripe with that is that the EU got a fantastic special edition, and we just got a keychain.
For
Yeah,
yeah, for the Metroid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like they get this cool.
That seems to
case.
happen a lot. I
Yeah.
remember when Auras came out, the European special edition, they got like a steel book and everything,
Yeah.
and
Why do we always get gypped?
and we got 200 in-game Pokeballs.
Hey man, we got the Chicago Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
That's the trade-off.
That's true.
Take it up my booty right now.
And that's pretty
The
much
entire
kind of
convention?
it for.
Yes.
That's pretty much kind of it for news that's going on this week. So I guess we can get into what we've been playing lately.
Does anyone want to go first? Because I got
It's
something
Eli.
weird I've been playing, but
I can go first with it's obviously not what I've been playing. It's not out yet. I'm just curious because I know Kien doesn't like Assassin's Creed.
oh,
So,
this
uh,
fucking
oh man,
shit
I'm
again.
pumped for Origins.
You're pumped? I am
Oh,
too.
yeah.
It looks awesome.
I like Assassin's Creed, but I hate Assassin's Creed's combat.
Yeah.
So seeing that we're
now,
getting,
when you say combat, do you just mean the like one-shot kill type stuff?
I mean,
Or
like
just
you
counter 'em?
stand there in a circle of enemies, and then one of them comes at you,
Yeah.
and you hit the counter button and immediately
Yeah,
kill
I mean
them.
they're trying to get away from that at least.
Yeah, and that's why I'm excited
And yeah.
for it, is because I like Assassin's Creed, I just don't like Assassin's Creed's combat, and that's what's
Yeah,
getting
like-
the big revamp in this game.
Yeah, because like even sometimes now it's like sometimes your hidden blades don't even kill people outright
Yeah.
in this one.
And I'm pretty pumped because a lot of people are saying that it mirrors a lot of Dark Souls
Yeah.
combat, and I fucking love Dark Souls.
Alright, so
I don't
okay,
like
I
Dark
know,
Souls, but I'm psyched for it.
I know, I have griped about this. Like, I just don't think we needed another Assassin's Creed game. It's fine. Like, I like the concept of ancient Egypt and shit like that.
See, that's the thing though, is that if they're revamping the series this much,
Right.
like, because the combat has been the same since the first
Do you
Assassin's Creed.
do you think it's gonna be Sneak though? Because they're in the fucking desert. Do you think he's just gonna be hiding in the fucking like trees without any leaves in it?
God, I hope so. That he's just crawling in the sand.
Yeah,
And then
just
he,
like
he
I like
piles a
so
bunch
like
of it on top of
but
himself. to
yeah,
hide.
but like so that
Jump
for
into
me
piles
for
of
me.
sand.
No, okay,
So
progressively, the term assassins in Assassin's Creed has been used looser, and looser. Talking about Black Flag right now, there was no assassinating in that
Well,
shit.
he wasn't an assassin
I know.
in Black Flag.
Yeah.
He was
I
a
know.
pirate that stole an assassin's
Right.
costume equipment.
I know what you're saying, but like you cannot tell me that like every game has just gotten
Killed
less
the
and-
term assassin.
killed the
slowly.
term assassins, just getting
Yeah.
less and less assassiny.
And I would be fine with that because
Well,
frankly,
I
when,
would
it,
fi-
when it comes
fi-
to Assassin's Creed, it's like you have to be stealthy for this part. I'm like, fuck, I don't know how to be stealthy.
Well,
Just go in
again,
guns blazing.
Again,
I
each-
usually go in and murder
each
everyone.
game is
How are they gonna
furthering the
know? I killed them
timeline.
all.
It's not just like jumping to, other than like some of the games that have the same
Chronicles.
main, like Ezio's collection. Each Assassin's Creed is moving drastically farther into the future.
Right.
So, I mean, the assassins are gonna change how they operate based on like what weaponry they can
Right.
have.
So back, I mean, like.
But I'm really
Assassin's Creed Infinite Warfare.
for them
Oh
to,
God, no.
for them to
No.
revamp something
Assassin's Creed
in the
Titanfall.
game that's so drastically forward with the game. The
Right.
combat is huge.
I'm just
And
glad
it's
they
gonna-
don't have the like knife blade anymore. It doesn't look like you're gonna have one of those things for
The
a
hidden
while.
blade?
Yeah.
Or, no, it's in there.
Oh fuck.
For that,
It's going to be another revamp thing. Like Eli said, it looks like you're not
Yeah,
even
you-
going to get an instant
Some
kill with
like
it every
the
time.
enemies sort of level up like they would in an RPG. Not
Yeah.
level up, but like there's certain levels, and so like while I can kill this guard with the hidden blade, just stab him in the neck, he's dead.
Right.
This guard, I'll stab him in the neck, he's gonna get pissed off and start beating the shit out of me.
Yeah,
So
and there's going to be a shield.
All right. I think like okay, that's understandable. I guess my game of hype or questioning is the new image that we just saw from Pokemon Sun and Moon,
The Lycanroc.
the Lycanroc, and your opinions on that.
I mean, I'm kind of the same way that I was before about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I don't know enough about it to really make an opinion, and we don't really have any details on this Lycanroc except for what it looks like.
Right.
And what its name is, and I can't remember what it's called.
It's like it's like
Nightmare Lycanroc?
No.
Midnight? I don't remember.
No.
Something night or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I just don't
It looks
know
like a
about
fusion
it.
dance of both of the Lycanrocs put together.
Yeah, it's pretty much kind of just a different color, it seems like.
Right. So if we want to talk about games we're hyped about,
Well, we can talk games we're hyped about and then games we've been playing
Right.
too.
so like my game I'm hyped about because I've just been like re-looking because Bandai Namco keeps giving me like little tidbits of it is Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
I'm
Like
pretty excited. for it,
I
too.
don't know about you guys, but like,
I like the 3D fighters like Mortal Kombat and Injustice and stuff like that, but I love
The
the
2
2D,
point- yeah.
the 2D anime
Yeah.
fighters. Like those are my favorite. I think that's where the most skill level is when
Right.
playing those.
and I feel like for me it's just kind of like Street Fighter V was a letdown for me
Yeah.
in the fighting game genre because of we talked about the whole like the DLC was in the disc.
Yeah.
Street
exactly.
Fighter V is guilty of that, and so is
Paintball.
Street Fighter. Yeah, and so is Street Fighter Cross Tekken when
Mhm.
they had that shit. And so for me, like I get just genuinely hyped for, like I don't think Bandai Namco is gonna do that shit on me. Like I don't think they're gonna like, they're not gonna be like, if you want to unlock Frieza, you have to pay $20.
Yeah. Well, you never know what Bandai Namco's gonna do, but I don't think that Dragon Ball Fighters Z is gonna be like a substantially large enough game for them to justify
Right.
something like
Well,
that.
I mean, like,
Most fighting
right.
games aren't, and that's why Street
Right.
Fighter V didn't get away with it.
Oh yeah, that was horseshit. But like, well, like I don't know. I was reading reviews on Xenoverse, and so I don't understand why we have to buy these DLC packs for the game. I was like, so it's like it's not on the disc. You have to download the next thing that happens for those. And
Yeah,
it's
but
just,
a lot of Xenoverse's DLC was pretty mediocre too, though.
Right, Xenoverse 1's were, like, I'll give you that. Xenoverse 2, I actually like Xenoverse 2 DLCs a lot more. Like, I don't like Xenoverse 2 because it's a reskin of Xenoverse 1, but instead it's Turles and Lord Slug as the main antagonists, or whatever. But because I genuinely don't like a lot of the movies, I didn't like Xenoverse 1's DLCs because I thought they were boring.
Yeah.
But because Xenoverse's 2 DLCs are Dragon Ball Super, and I actually enjoy Dragon Ball Super, I find that enjoyable. Plus, I'm a huge dork, and like, if you download the fucking like, the newest one is the Future Trunks arc.
Yeah.
So you download it and you get an idea of what the voices you're gonna get for that. So I feel like for me, it's like a little sneak peek of like who's gonna be voicing Zamasu and who's gonna be voicing Goku Black. But like, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, I'm super stoked. It just looks fun.
Yeah,
The
this is the type of fighting game that I prefer, and this is the type of fighting game that I think Dragon Ball Z has needed for a really long fucking
Right,
time.
give me like Budokai. Dragon Ball Z Budokai was like my game back in the day.
I liked Budokai 3, but I didn't like the other Budokais because I thought they were really shallow. And
Right.
I have problems with Budokai 3 and how easy it is.
To beat it.
Well, to play in general. There isn't really much of a combo system.
Alright. But my
Mostly just a button mash
right.
fest.
So basically, the only gripe I have in this is that I hate like this Marvel vs. Capcom games because you have to use multiple people. Like for me, it's just annoying as shit.
See, I don't mind it.
I don't know, like, I mean, because I used to play it like in those like competitions, shit like that, and it gets fucking annoying. And because they're like, oh, I'm gonna switch this guy. I'm like, God damn it, fucking ass.
See, I like that because it keeps people from spamming just on one character all the time.
I don't mind it, but I usually don't know what I'm doing to begin with. So it's not really like it's a new game-changing thing for me. It's
Right.
just another thing.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
good
I
at,
should. I don't
so-
mean, it's always just been one of my just annoying gripes on a game, like, just in general.
Alright, Gil, what
Yeah,
are
we
some
hype.
games that you're hyped for and have been playing?
I've been playing absolutely nothing. I work and have been sick most of this week, so that was fun.
That's a great game. I too like
Yeah.
being sick.
I like
Being
work
Sick
and get sick.
Simulator. Great game.
Probably a thing.
Very lifelike.
Oh no, I could go with the very one thing of saying Farming Simulator.
Are you
But that'd be a
not
that-
hyped for anything, or?
Well, there's most of the stuff that would be hyped for. We've discussed.
The Nintendo stuff?
Yeah.
I'm not hyped for Metroid 4, by the way. Like,
I'm super pumped to hear more about Metroid Prime
I've been
4.
let down by Metroid too many times to be
Prime
like.
is the series that really took Metroid
It was the good Metroid.
into
Right, I
the
know, but
3D
I've
realm.
been let down by Metroid numerous times,
And
and I'm not like jumping.
Other M is really the only recent Metroid game that hasn't been good.
I
Right.
mean, many would argue Federation Force.
While
I did not like
Federation,
Federation
Force, I
Force.
don't even consider a Metroid game.
It's
That's
just,
how bad I feel that one is.
It's just a game that calls itself Metroid.
Yeah, that one's pretty bullshit.
No, I get you on that. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for a lot of stuff that's coming out. We got a new Metro that's on the horizon.
Mm.
God of War is looking like it might be here in the next year. Kingdom
Shadow
Hearts
of War.
3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Shadow
That's-
of
that's
War
in a
is
couple
coming up
weeks.
pretty soon. And I'm
Yeah,
super
see,
pumped
Kien,
for
you
that.
can play that. It's like Assassin's Creed, but it's more fun.
Eli, if you buy that copy, do you want to come here and play with us sometime? Like,
I probably will buy it.
alright, so you should come here and play with us sometime, and we just sit and play it. And I'll watch you play because I suck at video games.
Well, the Shadow of Mordor was like the first game that I got for the Xbox One that I wasted a significantly huge amount of fucking time on. Like, I went from thinking like, all right, I'll play this game and beat the campaign and shit, to like getting every achievement and almost
Yeah,
collecting every
it's-
single item.
That's what I did
It's
too.
ridiculous.
Even when I ran out of that, I was just having fun playing glitch politics.
Yeah, like
I'm
literally
gonna
just
get this guy to kill this guy.
taking
and this
over
guy's
some
gonna
of
do
the
this.
Urukai and shit like that.
And
Yeah,
now they're
I'm-
just
I'm-
making it more expanded.
Yeah, I'm super pumped for Shadow of War. Yeah, like I said, a new Metro is on the horizon too, And I recently went back and replayed the 2 Metro games, and that's got me more pumped for that. I have been playing through Resident Evil 7 now, regardless of wanting to wait till I can play it on VR. God of War, Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 is getting me really pumped.
Oh, dude, hold on. I got a fucking nerd boner for that. Like, straight up. Like, everything
we
I see.
recently got a new trailer with the Toy Story World
Yeah,
and
so-
Sora, Donald, and Goofy as toys.
Yes.
Right. And I just like the possibility that the system is you don't have to switch out all the fucking characters now. It's
Yeah.
like, yo.
I mean, I
here's
never
all of them.
used the characters that came from each individual world anyways.
Did you see that
But-
though? How they're
yeah, I saw it.
no, they're burst when it's
Yeah.
not burst mode, but like Woody and Buzz turn into a Sora's new weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the whole trailer.
I know. I'm just like, I don't know. I like to like fucking freeze frame shit and look at it and be like, oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts for a long fucking time.
I think everybody that enjoys Kingdom Hearts has been waiting for Kingdom
Oh,
Hearts.
Okay, but I remember having Kingdom Hearts like a couple weeks after release day and being like, wow, I really like this game. I can't wait till there's a sequel.
4 years
And
later.
then getting a sequel a couple of years later. And then there's like a mid-prequel that I can't even play because it's on the Game Boy Advance. And then there's like a bunch of spin-off games that are
You
on
know
the
the
DS.
mid-prequel came before 2, right?
Yeah, but I didn't know about it
Oh.
until after 2 came out.
And then you have 358 Days.
Yeah, that's on the DS, and then you got Birth by
Birth
Sleep on
Sleep,
the
which is on the
PSP.
PSP.
Recoded, which is on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Oh, regular DS.
Dream
And
Drop
then
Distance.
Dream Drop Distance was on the 3DS.
Which is Kingdom Hearts 3. Don't fucking tell me it wasn't.
It's not.
And
It's like
then-
2.5, and then you get 2.8 on the PS4.
Right, you know what I mean though. Like they
Yeah.
should have just went, well, this is Kingdom Hearts 3. Nah, but for me though, like I just
If
It's
they had
Kingdom
passed-
Hearts 3D.
If they had passed that out off as Kingdom Hearts 3, people would have rioted.
right.
Because it was not very long.
No.
I beat that game in like 6 hours.
Right. It was that's why I waited to play, like, because I saw the playtime on it. I'm like, do I want to spend $40 on this? No. But no, like, I can't wait to play Kingdom Hearts 3 with my fucking grandson when it comes out.
Turns out it gets delayed to 2097.
I had to think about that for a
Yeah,
second.
I did
Also-
too.
Back to your thing with Assassin's Creed Titanfall. I have to sneak around these guys. What do I do? Titan!
Titan and kill it.
As for games I've been
Sneaky as hell.
playing, anybody who watches my channel knows I'm obviously playing through Bloodborne and Pokemon Coliseum right now.
What a
It's a
nerd!
weird collaboration. Of
Oh man,
games.
I play all sorts of different shit at the same time. Like I'll literally play like an hour of one game and be like, oh, I'm kind of bored. I'm gonna play something else.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
literally
just
seen
pick
him
something
play
random.
Pokemon fucking Coliseum.
I mean, you can't
Wow,
just
right
stick
now.
to one game.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I can.
I do.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Right.
I have to marathon games or I get bored of them, and then when I come back, I want to restart it from the beginning.
Yeah,
And if you do that on a game that's like, like The Witcher,
yeah. Or
You're
like
going
Dragon
back
Age.
through a lot.
Yeah. And that's another one I've been playing a lot recently. I went back and been playing through Dragon Age Origins. A lot of my time is spent replaying games I've already played until the next game that I'm excited for comes out.
You know what I think we can all get excited for? That new Angry Birds game. That
I'm
they
a
got.
fucking
I'm
cut you.
kidding.
They're actually
I'm
new
kidding.
Angry
Throw you
Birds.
over
Oh
the
no,
couch.
probably.
More than
I
They've
believe
been
they got a
milking that
movie.
thing to death.
Yeah, that's true. They have a movie now.
Milk
Oh,
that
I've
shit
seen
as
it, it's
long
so
as
bad.
you can.
I mean, I heard the
Funny
emoji movie
story.
was pretty bad too.
Jay thought it was good.
it was not good.
There are some parts in it that made me chuckle, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
There's some guttural laughs here and there, but
yeah,
there's
that's-
Nothing good.
It's
about it.
mostly just because the angry bird.
isn't really angry. He's
No,
angry?
he seems like just really upset with being surrounded by other people, and I'm
Mildly
I
upset.
feel the same
bird.
fucking way, man.
Right, like he's
I
not,
too
like-
hate people.
But that's the
Exactly.
thing, like his quote unquote angriness
So
is kind of just
relatable.
like a reasonable like thing because they're so fucking happy go lucky.
Yeah.
You're just like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Act like normal people.
Like my favorite thing though is like an article is like Angry Birds is the most successful video game movie in a while. I'm like,
Yeah,
dick.
because it's basically being compared to utter garbage.
Right.
Like
It's
Super
like-
Mario Bros.
It's like yeah, y'all don't understand. Like you guys have like Mortal Kombat and any shitty movie by Uwe Boll. Like
Yeah,
it's not that
God.
hard. And the new Assassin's Creed movie which is utter horseshit.
It was that bad?
It was
Yeah,
bad.
it was pretty bad.
It was bad.
definitely not good.
It was. Oh.
God, I can't remember what his name is now.
Michael Fassbender.
Yes. Master Fassbender can't even save that fucking
Right,
movie.
and like that guy is a good actor.
And yeah, that guy saved the Alien Covenant
I
from
mean,
being a borderline dumpster fire.
it's.
I've heard
still
it was a
pretty-
dumpster fire. I don't know.
It's still
It's not
pretty dumpster
that.
fire.
It's not that great. It's definitely not like my least favorite Alien movie that I've ever seen.
I think most people think that's either 3 or 4.
Well, I was gonna say like Alien versus Predator, but
That doesn't count.
Isn't that just a crossover type
Yeah.
deal?
Yeah, that
it's
one's just
not
not-
like a canal.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say,
just
thing.
like
that
a
really
but it's
burning
still a
dumpster fire
really,
anyway.
that's still a really disappointing movie because you take a predator and an alien
and you put
you're
it in
all
a
like,
PG-13
this
movie.
should be perfect, and then they slap a PG-13 rating on it and it suddenly turns into horse shit.
Yeah, you're just like, oh shit.
What is it about the movie industry that they can't understand that if you're gonna do something like that, you need to keep it R?
Rated
Yeah.
R, motherfuckers.
But anyways, that's been our gaming news podcast that
Hell
has
yeah.
slowly drifted off to a disappointing movies podcast.
Just a bunch of us video games.
We could
now.
loop it back to those movies were as disappointing as Kien's skills in Smash.
Like,
Or that Alien versus Predator was just as disappointing as Aliens Colonial Marines.
right.
That's it.
Ah, that
I was gonna loop it back by just saying I've been playing XCOM 2.
there
XCOM
we
2
go.
is pretty good though.
XCOM 2 is
I enjoy
fun.
it, yeah.
I like the motive that if your people die, you can't use them again.
Well,
the
it's a
greatest.
permadeath
the-
thing.
Yeah,
You
I
can
love
Alien
use
Armor,
them for real, yeah.
The thing is, like, I hate turn-based strategy games. They're the
Play
bane.
Halo Wars, you fuck.
RTS.
Oh,
It's
whatever.
not turn-based, yeah.
You don't understand the
It's
different
same
terminology.
fucking- it's the
No.
same
It is not
No.
all the same thing.
Which
One is
reminds
fluid, one is like chess.
Which
It's like,
reminds
"Ooh,
me is
I'm gonna
we're
move him
getting
up
ready
here."
for a Mario Rabbids crossover game
Oh,
Oh,
God.
that looks like XCOM for Nintendo.
Oh yeah, it
Oh,
does.
boy.
And it looks kind of cool.
It's a weird concept.
Yeah.
Like,
I would not buy it, but I would play it.
Bro, are you gonna buy it?
I'd have to buy a Switch,
Oh shit.
which I am not in
Fuck.
the current market for until I see a price drop.
I
But-
feel you.
I mean,
which is probably gonna be.
it's an
a
insane
while.
concept, but
I'm gonna have to see
I
the
mean,
trailers for
Nintendo-
this shit.
generally at least tries to make the games fun.
Nintendo has
No matter
a
how
lot of
crazy it
polish
is.
in everything that they do,
Yeah, they do.
and that's one thing that they've got above everybody
Everyone
else.
else.
They spend time on their
They
shit.
don't release
Those
something
games are
if
their
they
children.
know that there's some sort of shit problem in it.
Right.
That's why you never see Nintendo having problems like what the Assassin's Creed games have had recently, with faces disappearing and
Jesus.
shit
Or
like
if
that.
they do, they at least have a patch for it right away.
Yeah, the biggest problem that I can see in recent times is the frame rate drops at the beginning of the Switch version of Breath of the Wild. And it's only during the beginning of the game where the frame kind of, it goes from like 30 frames a second to pretty much like 2. And it only drops like that for a little while, and it's only at the beginning of the game. And they've already had a patch out for it that's already pretty much corrected it, to no problem. So,
Right. No, I get you. So, this has been Dem Game Boys.
I'm John Dean.
Kill me now.
Oh
Me
my
and
God.
Brown.
Gill him now.
I'm kidding.
There we
I
go.
wasn't supposed to be on here, but like, yeah, start talking about Monster Hunters. I'm like, I'm gonna like come in and
Spend
out.
more time talking about Pokemon Go.
Have a good day.